Go and try your luck. Test me in the game, we let it rain. Please don't start us up. Got that black and white, that yin and yang. Mr. Officer, please don't search us, we don't got a thing. Tell her park it up. Then that be poking out them jeans. I've been sparking up. Like the fireworks, I keep the flame. Heard you parking up. This the wrong tree, I got the strings. Yeah, I'm charging up. They can't keep up, got them looking drained. Now they walking up. Trying to put the face to the name.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW After Dark Friday Night Block Party Edition, baby. As always, yours truly, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. With me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King Too Cold. Chill.
Bro, what it do, man? What it do, man? You know what it is, man. It's that Friday night delight, baby. It's the GOW after party, baby, or block party. What? Man, I'm a little tipsy, shit. I'm mixing my words up. But y'all know what it is, man. This is GOW after dark, baby. Doing what we do, man. Right now we are watching Solo Sikoa go in the ring with the phenomenal one himself, all jacked up, AJ Styles.
Bro, let me tell you, hey, I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there in the words of Cody Rhodes and Jay Uso yeet at the presser. King Too Cold and I had a couple of libations before the show. So, you know, we are going to be feeling, in the words of Booker T, with a capital T, good. Very good, very good. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, man. But with that being said, yo, okay, so it just hit me. I didn't realize that this episode of SmackDown was recorded. So this is a tape show, which is cool. I feel like even for a tape show, it's good. You know, to me, there's a slight difference, and you notice a little bit of the difference with the tape SmackDowns and the live SmackDowns. But I feel like this has been a solid show so far, man. What you thinking?
Well, they edit out all the BS, so you know we didn't have to sit there and actually just go through some of the stuff that just kind of be like, you know, it ain't really nothing. So it ain't nothing we got to really pay attention to. But I didn't realize it was tape, but it makes sense considering Triple H was trying to give people the holiday off, which probably makes me think Raw is going to be tape to give everybody get that Christmas day off. So. That's cool. You know, it's the holiday, man. It's something that, they want to, give people time, try to give people more time with their families. Yeah, we're a big company. We're on the road a lot, during the year, but, we want to make sure we give everybody, time to spend, with their family.
Absolutely. And you know what they say, man, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do great. And I think that's cool, man. We got that. We're gonna talk about the show in a second. Dude, real quick, man. Speaking of the new year, okay, so this year we finally got a full calendar year of Triple H at the helm of creative for Raw, SmackDown, and everything like that. Shawn Michaels running NXT. What has your assessment been for 2023 in WWE?
It has evolved for the better. That's the word I want to use. Obviously, the way we're seeing people be pushed, the matches, just the overall product, and what we're seeing, what we're getting. Do WWE still have their few issues or whatnot on a few things that we can nitpick about? Sure, it's not perfect, whatever, but just as far as people getting opportunity, just people just being them and just trying to get over, and for the most part, I'm okay with it, man, because a lot of these people, we say, man, if they get the opportunity, I think they can really show what they can do. And we're watching guys like Santos, we're watching guys like Carmelo Hayes, we're watching Pete, aka Butch. We're seeing a lot of different guys that we normally wouldn't see in this type of position. They would be either some type of comedy act or a jobber, for somebody that really ain't really worth it. So honestly, for me, I'm good with everything that we've been getting since Triple H took over. We said we had to give Triple H a year The year had come and passed, and he's been doing the damn thing ever since. The quality of the pay-per-views are better, regardless if we thought which pay-per-view was good or not.
Yeah,
it's still better than what we were getting before. Instead of just getting the same people pushed down our throats and everyone else just kind of being looked at like they're not good enough. Honestly, man, I'm happy. Everyone else is happy. Everyone feels WWE is back to where it needs to be. They're crapping on all the other wrestling companies, and hey, man, right now, man, everything seems on the up and up.
Man, speaking of the up and up right now, man, we got plenty of returns, within recent weeks. AJ Styles, we got Randy Orton, we got CM Punk, just name a few. You got the debuts of Jade Cargill, Alexis King. If you go back even before that, you got Cody Rhodes making his way back to the promised land. So, dude, man, 2024 is shaping up to be something real nice. And speaking of 2024 shaping up, we got the phenomenal AJ Styles making his, SmackDown in the ring day return, I should say, right now here in the main event with Solo Sikoa. But he came out and, he cut a promo on Roman Reigns. And he said, hey, look, Randy Orton want Roman Reigns at the Rumble. LA Knight want Roman Reigns. Well, hell, I want Roman Reigns. Then, of course, you had LA Knight. He came out. He stuck his claim out there. AJ Styles says, oh, you must have forgot. While I was down and out, man, you kind of just squeaked your way past. Then, of course, Randy Orton, I respect you. Randy Orton came out. He put his claim out there. And AJ Styles said, hey, look, y'all can have, Roman whenever, but it's going to be after I get done with him. And then, of course, man, you had that boy, Nick Aldis came out. He made an announcement. Hey, look, next week at SmackDown New Year's Revolution, triple threat match. We're going to earn this the right way. And then,
in 2 weeks.
Excuse me, 2 weeks at New Year's Revolution. Whoever wins will then go on to face Roman at the Rumble. Right now, we got Roman Reigns coming out, beating the piss out of AJ Styles.
Man, look at this, man. We got Roman Reigns for 2 weeks in a row. Wait a minute. Was he there last week?
Yes.
Yeah, he was at 2 weeks in a row. Roman Reigns. All right, man. It took to the end of the year, but
Well, let me ask you this: you got AJ Styles, you got Randy Orton, you got LA Knight, all with the opportunity to face Roman Reigns at the Rumble, and all with the legitimate gripe. Now that we got 3 people, and that Randy isn't the clear shot right now, who would you rather see now that you have multiple options?
Honestly, either Orton or Styles. LA Knight already had his opportunity. I wouldn't believe he would win anyway.
Yeah.
So for me, it's either honestly, before Styles even came back, I thought it was official that it was going to be Randy.
I did too.
It was going to be we're going to get Orton versus Roman Reigns at the pay-per-view, but Randy just took his time jogging down to the ring.
You see that too? Randy like, I'm out of breath.
I mean, hey, like, man, I ain't that young guy no more, man. I'm gonna take my time getting here. But I honestly, it'd be either Styles or Randy Orton. I think it'd be a good match with either one of those two. If it's Randy versus Roman, I already prepared y'all. It's gonna be a slow cooker. It's gonna be one of them match, boy. It's gonna take its time to marinate. If it's Styles, I think it'll be a little bit more. But either way it go, I think it'll be a good match either way. My boy LA Knight doing his jog in the Timbs all the way down to the ring.
Hey, I noticed LA said, man, we can't scuff these butters up,
Right. And them butters.
Had the butters. All right, are we gonna get AJ Styles blindsided LA Knight again like a dumbass?
I think LA Knight gonna give him a receipt.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the interaction between Aldis and Roman Reigns.
We're gonna talk about that because I ain't never seen Roman Reigns get put in this place like that ever.
Because everybody's been so scared.
All right, what we got going on? Come on, y'all.
I mean, AJ Styles is pissed.
You know what? At first, I thought AJ Styles had a heel turn. Now that I look at it, it's not even him being heel. It's just him literally being pissed because he beating everybody ass.
Hey. Oh, damn, Styles. Damn. Damn. Okay, Styles. Randy. Okay. All right. Well, Roman got what he want. All three competitors fighting each other. Nah,
Hey
Roman like,
man,
nah,
look,
y'all ain't got to go in after them. They gonna fight each other. Let them beat up each other. It's all
men-
good.
mental gymnastics at its finest. Speaking of mental gymnastics, you just said it, man. You got Roman Reigns, you got the SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis, who was summoned to the tribal chief headquarters. Bro,
Yeah.
I like this a lot because not many people hold their own lately word for word against the tribal chief. You got your exceptions, but I like Nick Aldis because not only I feel like he held his own, but I actually feel like he won up Roman in this one. He really like, hey, it was a pissing contest. My boy pissed higher up the rope than Roman tonight. You know, Roman says, hey, look, you know, did you make this match with Solo and AJ? Did you make this match with the triple threat? You know, it was a good idea, but it would have been better if you ran it past me. And Nick Aldis pretty much said, hey, look, with all due respect, your cousin, your baby cousin, oh, first of all, he a grown ass man. He good. He capable of defending himself. Matter of fact, so much so, I seen him put hands on John Cena the way you never have. I'm like, okay. So we coming out swinging. Then my boy sending shots to Adam Pierce. He said, Adam Pierce is more of a middle management type of guy. I'm like, okay, so that makes me think when we had our conversation a couple weeks ago. I'm like, okay, I can see them if Nick did return to the ring, even for a one-off. It'll probably be him and Pierce. I like the little subtle jabs he took right there.
I don't know if I want to see that, man. Not for Nick Aldis to come in and his first match be against Pierce, but you know, if he's going to come in to be a wrestler, you know, I want to see him, you know, get somebody that'll give him some good competition. But I just don't think he's at that point where he wants to wrestle anymore like that. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It could be a slow cooker with him as far as you know, basically just him you know, getting into the ring. But I honestly, we'll see how long this general manager thing will take on.
I'm gonna be honest, like I wanted Nick Aldis when we first heard the news he was coming to WWE and things like that. He was on a handshake deal at that time, and they were going to have him either as an on-screen talent or backstage personnel, like a producer. I was kind of like, man, fuck that. I want to see Nick Aldis wrestle because he just came back to Impact at the time. We talked to him in June, and we thought he was going to do big things. Then next thing you know, he went to WWE, but now that I've had some time to kind of get used to him and get acquainted with him, I actually don't mind him being in this general manager role. I know when he first came back, it was a little bit before Survivor Series. You say you kind of needed some time to fill him out, but if I get more interactions and stuff, because I feel like Adam Pierce, I respect what he did. I understand it could be probably a tough position to be in, being the general manager of a show or two shows when people know really like you don't make the rules. So it's like I get that, but I feel like sometimes Adam Pierce tries to try too hard to seem like an authority figure. Where I feel like with Nick Aldis, he just automatically exudes that like, hey yo, I am who I am. This is what it is. And I don't feel like people would try Nick Aldis the way they'd try Adam Pierce. That's just my perception.
Well, Nick Aldis isn't coming in and acting scared. Pierce acted scared. Pierce was, oh, I don't want to upset the tribal chief. But then it's like Nick Aldis don't give a shit about Paul Heyman. He don't care about Roman
I like
Reigns.
his comment when he said, he was like, what did he say? He was like, I'm upper management. I don't have feelings.
Right. Like, I'm like, okay. Okay. All right. You know what? All right, bet. Clive says, man, shout out to Generation of Wrestling podcast, Nick versus Roman or Nick versus Randy soon. I think Randy, because Randy gave him the RKO first. But it could be a Nick Aldis versus a Roman Reigns if Nick Aldis keeps pissing Roman Reigns off.
It's crazy. I don't even know if I would be mad at that. I'm just trying to picture what that match would look like.
I am too, but at the same time, it's like it's like, man, it's like, damn. Like I said, I wanted to see him come in and really work as that character. Because right now he's got to kind of play it by the book as a general manager. So, we'll see, man, if it comes to fruition.
Absolutely. All right, man. So look, we got that. Starting off the show officially, we got a Holiday having 8-woman tag match. You got Belair, Michin, Mia Yim, Zelina Vega, Shotzi Blackheart versus Damage Control. Team Belair ended up picking up the victory. You got appearances for Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I didn't think it was a terrible match. I mean, everybody got their spots in.
Yeah, man, that was out of nowhere. Like to have
it really was out of nowhere because I don't even think they announced that, did they?
No, they well, the match I didn't have a problem with. It was Amber Fire and what's her name showing up.
Isla Dawn, yeah, no, that was random.
Just kind of like just out of nowhere. It's like that was random, and not only was it random, but apparently the crowd didn't really pop for it either, because it's like they didn't even know who they were. And again, that's not one of those faults of just them not being properly, displayed or given the opportunity. Like they came in, they were NXT Women's Champions. They lost, and we ain't seen them. And even before they lost the belts, we weren't seeing them anyway. So it's like, that's the issue. That's the one issue where I say, man, they got a lot of people, and it's all about you finding that thing to keep them relevant. I just don't see that happening with a lot of these guys that they're hiring, but they can't keep banking on the part-timers and the old guys. They gotta let some of these new people rock. And it's nice to see some of these new people rock, but you got to put them on TV constantly. You got to do something with them where they make sense. And when you only got a 3-hour show and a 2-hour show, that's 5 hours. You got plenty of time to put enough people on there to make them known, at least known. Outside of that, it's up in the air.
It's kind of like that trial by fire situation, because the thing, it's funny you said that, because they've been up on the main roster. Okay, so they got called up to the main roster as the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, and they ain't really did shit with them since they lost. Then you just called up Kaden and Katana Chance over on Raw. They've been up for a cup of tea. Huh?
Kaden and them been up there though. They've been on the main roster.
Right, but here's my thing. Like, you called up the tag team champions who were already champions, called them up to the main roster, had them lose, and then gave the belts to, and I love Kaden and Katana. I think they deserved it, but it's like you called up your current champions and look like, okay, they're going to be champions on the main roster. Then you ain't do shit with them, and then you just completely went left. And then
I was going to say, to be fair, they lost to Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler when they were pushing.
Okay, I forgot about that part. Yeah,
and so Amber Fire and Dawn lost their titles to them in a unification match, which that shouldn't have happened. The NXT Tag Team Women's Championship should have stayed at NXT, because you still got too many women down there that needs that. Those belts can help them later on, to kind of show what type of, you're a champion. You got to present yourself. You got to be everything that a champion needs to be. So it's good practice until you're ready to make some of these people single stars. But if we know this business, not everybody is going to be that top star. So you got to see how some people handle things. And, you taking a belt away from them. And I like what NXT is doing as far as, when we looked at the Iron Survivor match for the women, that was a great idea. You had some that you had a couple of that's won, and then you had everybody else that wanted to get their first time. And it was a good match, and it was a display of talent from a lot of the women. So I like that, but I think you can give them something more to do by letting them have the tag team go, because not all of them are ready for singles matches. Some of them probably need to be in a tag match just to kind of further them along to being what you need them to be. So personal preference, send the titles back down to NXT.
No, absolutely.
And you could have gave Amber Fire and Dawn a title match, and they could have just lost to Ronda Rousey and them. That would have been something different. But yeah, having them lose the belts and then you just get rid of the tag belts, in which it may not have been the most popular thing, but at the same time, I felt like it helped a lot of the women just coming up, and it gave them storyline when a lot of them decided, who was it? Was it Perez who threw the title in threw the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship in the trash. Was it her? It was either her or Roxy. It was one of them when she turned heel because the old girl decided to turn. She was coming out with the skateboard.
Oh, Cora J.
It was Cora J who came out and she threw the titles in the trash, and that kind of led to something later on. That's the type of storyline you want, where you have somebody that's ready to branch off to that singles. But we see them as a tag team go, we see them win, we see them do other stuff. So it's like, okay, we see the potential. We wonder what can they do, and then we see that opportunity. So it's like you have ways that you can help others. But that's just me, man.
No, I mean, to your point, you're absolutely correct, and it's like that. That's why we have been enjoying these tournaments so far, because we feel like people are fighting towards something right now. They're not just wrestling just to be wrestling. And perfect example, what you said about the women's tag titles, Toxic Attraction. Perfect example. Neither JC Jane or Gigi Dolan were ready to be single stars, but Mandy Rose was. But as a group collectively, they were all ready to be champions when you had them two, because them two as the women's tag team champions, they did the damn thing.
And they got better as single stars after.
Yes. So no, I agree, and I think that's the issue that a lot of people were having with AEW. You got all these titles for the men, and you're trying to establish the women, but not everybody's going to be a TBS champion. TBS champion or an AEW women's champion. It's like, all right, we might need one more title or set of titles, or else the women just seem that they are wrestling just to wrestle, but it's meaningless if you're not in a title picture eventually.
Because I always say, you got when you got as many people like wrestling is so. The question will always be asked, do a company have too many stars? WWE has too many people. AEW has too many people.
Mm-hmm.
TNA has too many people. New Japan has too many people. Why? Because the wrestling world has evolved. There is so many more people out there now than what it was years before. And some people are getting that shine and they're ready and they're showing they're ready. Some people are ready but not getting that shine, and some people ain't ready but they're getting the shine, and some people ain't getting shit at all. So you have that problem in every wrestling company. Not every person is going to get pushed properly. As much as people want to shit on AEW for the lack of a certain people that's come to AEW to not be pushed as where they think they should be, WWE's not doing the same thing either. Like, they're doing the same thing. It's not like, so it's just that you want to put people in a position to show how good they are, but unfortunately in this business, not everybody's going to get it when they think they do. It takes time. The money's good in WWE. You'll sit, but when they need you, they need you. But until then, man, you get to sit down and make some money.
And what's crazy too, and we'll get to a little bit more of the card, but we got a little time.
Right now we got Orange Cassidy and Rocco actually put on a nice little match right now for the AEW International Championship.
Yeah, as I've been looking at the corner of my eye. So far, so not bad. Dude, let me ask you this, Earl, what's up, baby?
Earl got some stuff to say. Earl got some things to get off his chest. Okay, we're gonna get to it, Earl. We're gonna get to it.
Because I definitely want you to address some of these comments. I just want to bring up one thing that we definitely got to get to the people. Neither one of us are wrestlers. I don't think neither one of us ever trained to be a wrestler. No. But if you have the opportunity, because I know from the outside looking in as fans, because we care so much about the product, we talk a lot of shit, man. Like, damn, man, these people went back to WWE after being fired, or they went to WWE just to sit on the sidelines, XYZ. But what we don't see is, unlike our job and most jobs, whether they on TV or not, as long as they under contract, they still getting a check. So do you think if you had that opportunity to go to WWE, if you were a superstar, knowing what even if Vince McMahon was still running the show, do you think that you would, as a wrestler in your mind, still take that chance and go, and then whatever happened?
Okay. You were lagging. I was waiting for you to come back. So I'm sorry if I'm taking a minute. Last part of what you were saying, I think AT&T was messing with my Wi-Fi because my TV started glitching and then you started glitching. So repeat that for me one more time, man. You said if I had the opportunity to make it to WWE, what would I what?
Yeah, if you had the opportunity to make it to WWE, if you was an independent star, knowing what you know, even if Vince McMahon's still running the show, would you still take your chance?
Well, yeah, you gotta take. It's the biggest. It's the major leagues. You gotta take that chance. I'm never gonna hate on somebody taking a chance to go to WWE and try to make themselves better. It is recognizing the game. If one thing is an issue for one company, it's another issue for another company. And if too many people on a roster is an issue, then that's an issue regardless of what company it is. So, but if you have an opportunity to get noticed by WWE and for them to say, hey, we see you, we want you to come by as Orange Cassidy, pick up the victory over Rocco, you got to take it. I mean, obviously, we said CM Punk should go back to W. We hope that CM Punk being in AEW and showing that he's still that dude, that they'll want to bring him back. And they did, and then they brought him back. You know how he got there. That's a different story. But you know, he came back, and Cody came back, and hell, even Bray Wyatt when he got fired, you know, before he left us, he came back. You know, and some of that is due to Triple H because people have more confidence that he will give them more of an opportunity than Vince just being in his feelings about what he thinks about for 1 minute, and then 5 minutes later he did change his whole mind and rewrote the whole thing. Like that's an issue, man. Like that's a thing that bothered a lot of people, man, because you know it don't really give the people the confidence of what they need, you know, to really know that they can come into this business. But you know, it is what it is. That time frame is over and done with, and now you know, we're at this new era of wrestling, and honestly, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it regardless of what company it is, man. I'm loving it.
Oh yeah, I mean, because we've never had this much quality wrestling on TV at our disposal. So hey, dude, I'm enjoying it. We're finally hitting that stride that we wanted back in the 2018s, 2017s, you know, that we were missing. Really was a weird time in 2019 to 2021 for multiple reasons. But I feel like right now, man, all across the board, even with AEW, people want to hate, just hate. Dude, I think all around wrestling's in a great place regardless. And I feel like without AEW, you wouldn't see WWE making the changes they've made. AEW has made WWE step this shit up across the board all the way.
It has.
Like, I don't think we get these. Like, I don't think we get these premium live events over in France and over in the UK and like as frequently as we've been getting them.
No, like, I think to be fair, WWE has always been planning that. That's not what AEW has done to really step up their game. It was what they were doing as far as the talent, the matches. You know, it was just a different vibe. It was a different feel. AEW was showing you, yeah, your favorite star. You might have felt some way about a certain person in WWE, but you didn't believe that person was really any good while they were in WWE, and then they leave. What's good, Leo? As we got Clyde, we got Matthew in the building. Yeah, we definitely got to get these comments. And when you look at what they did, when you look at, let's take it to the beginning real quick. 10,000 seats. Okay. That was the thing right there. They can't sell out 10,000 seats. Nobody want to come watch their shit. And what did they do? They sold it out. They showed that we're going to be different than what WWE is in some terms. In wrestling, I've always said it. It's a copy and paste business. You can change up a few things, but in the most sense, a lot of them are going to do what they do. Stokey is funny, man. But you always have to have that in mind. You and the fans have become critics, man. Everybody's a professional critic. You can say the same things about us, but at least with us, it's like, man, we're not trying to be professional critics. We're professional fans. It's different. I'm a fan. I've been watching it, but It's my opinion. What I think is what I think. What you think is what you think. What the people think is what they think. We just like to have the conversation, man, and we go from there. We're not telling you this is garbage and you should look at this, or this is good and you should look at this. You look at it you look at it how you want to look at it. But if you're going to have blinders to everything, and you want to just nitpick, you want to just continue to drink the Kool-Aid, then drink the Kool-Aid, man. Vince apparently still got a picture of that Kool-Aid out there. Hey, people still drinking it. It is what it is. But it's a thing that it's like, man, like, damn, man, can y'all really just reading some of the people's comments when one company does something or something, it's like, man, can y'all enjoy it? Y'all can't enjoy shit. Damn, man, y'all are some ungrateful little sons of bitches.
Yeah.
It just really what is Peter Griffin, something that really grinds my gears. Okay, Peter Griffin, it just really grinds my gears, man, when people just be like, bro, y'all just want to be over fucking critical. Like, you just don't like nothing. Like, what if there was nothing? What if WWE was still being the show that was putting on 17 matches, but they were all 2 minutes long?
Yeah.
What would you be saying now? Like, it's like, damn, what you can't be satisfied. You can't satisfy the people. So it is what it is.
You know what? I was gonna say something, but people come first. Let's get to some of these comments and then I'll double back.
Yeah, we got to go back up a couple of let's see. Clive says, man, one thing for sure, I know that Brock's daughter will be a star and Brock's children. Look, Brock's daughter is whooping ass the way Brock was whooping.
You see how jacked she is, bro? That's her daddy.
That man, Brock spit her out, man. I mean, a Tui, and it grew up and it was a female Brock. Man, she is dangerous, man. She is dangerous. The Rock's daughter, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
He's a humbug.
Right, man, because I'm not really sure. But Earl said SmackDown was okay, 2.3-ish, 2. Well, no, it was 2. His second point. I'm losing interest in street business. I can feel you on that. 3. What we're just witnessing is the continuing building storyline. Roman Reigns cost Solo another match, which will end up being the potential of Solo being the one to face Roman Reigns. We are seeing that, but that's kind of been the running theme of the company for as long as it's going. Clive was acknowledging the internet was cutting out on my end. Appreciate you, Clive. Matthew, what's going on? Matthew says, if Randy wins the triple threat, Roman loses at Royal Rumble. Nope.
Nah. You put way too much time and effort in his reign for him to randomly lose to Randy Orton at the Rumble.
For me, if Roman Reigns is gonna lose, the only time I see him possibly losing is at the WrestleMania. The only time I think Roman Reigns will possibly lose is at WrestleMania,
which I think would be the time to lose, because they did say this year's WrestleMania, which is weird because I don't know if they mean this in the literal or figurative point, but they said that WrestleMania in Philly this year will be the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Now, I don't know. I would assume the one in Dallas would have been the biggest. I would think.
Biggest as far as what? Big. I don't think big. I think for Dallas, it was just the crowd. They had the biggest crowd, but I don't think it's crowd. I think it's just going to be as far as what they present. I think, man, for me, I think that's more of what it is. It's more of this would be the biggest WrestleMania, meaning this would be the biggest as far as matches, matchups, just a 2-night event where it's like, we want to see, it's WrestleMania, man. You want to get the best of the best. Every title on the line, everybody, getting an opportunity. You got 2 nights. There's no reason not to have enough people. As right now, as the Hardy Boys are coming down. But yeah, man,
are you still a fan of the 2-night WrestleManias? Like, now that we got a few years under our belt, are you still a fan of it?
Yeah, because I don't want to watch a WrestleMania. Honestly, I feel like because of the quality of people, you have too many people. You have too many people to just do one night. And a lot of times when you look at what WrestleMania was when it was one night, I mean, how are we feeling about a lot of those WrestleManias? There were matches that we might have liked, but a lot of those WrestleManias, man, really wasn't WrestleMania like. It was, it was the smaller pay-per-view like, where it was just one or two matches, but it was a whole bunch of just nothing, until you got to the match you wanted to see. So what Vince was giving us maybe 10, 12 matches for WrestleMania. You probably only cared about 4 of them. Like it's only probably 4 matches, and then you probably had to wait 5 hours to watch all 4 matches. So it's like it's a different vibe. So for the 2-night, the quality of people, the quantity of people you have, that matters. The 2-night WrestleMania makes it. It's WrestleMania. If you're gonna do a pay-per-view for 2 nights, WrestleMania makes sense. It just makes total sense. And not just from a financial standpoint for them, but just an overall. Clive says top dollar came back. He could have stayed where he was at. Earl says I would take it only if my contract includes the character that made WWE want to make the offer. AJ Styles, in preference where he came in as himself. There was no name change or anything else. Not like LA Knight or a few other people. Then of course Leo says, "What's up?" Cloud says Moxley got better in AEW. To me, I felt like he was always great, even in WWE. And then of course Leo's talking about Stokely, but then Leo says copy and paste, but change a few words so the teacher doesn't notice. Yes, sir. That's exactly what the wrestling business is. Thank you, Leo. Cloud says Punk will have a match on Mania for sure. Yeah, the problem is nobody wants to wait 4 months to watch CM Punk wrestle one match. That's still a drawback for WWE. Punk brings ratings, he does, but again, is he going to bring him just talking, or is he going to bring him doing stuff in the ring? Because we know he ain't doing nothing with Seth Rollins at least until WrestleMania. For WWE, you always got to take everything figuratively, which you do, because again, a lot of talent, a lot of guys, but as much as we love the more wrestling we're getting, it's still about the entertainment. It is what it is. Matthew says, I heard a rumor Roman gets to 2025 Mania as champion, go break Hogan's record. He'll break Hogan's record at SummerSlam next 2024. If he makes it to SummerSlam 2024, he'll break Hogan's record. The thing here is, do they want him breaking my boy oh shit, I can't think of his name. Why can't I think of his name? Oh my god. The dude with the longest reign in WWE, man. My guy
Marcino?
Yeah, Marcino. If they want to do that, to me, that's not going to work. That's not going to work in today's time. It could have worked back then because of the way wrestling worked and how it was, but now you got too many shows, you got too many people, man. You can't and one thing people are definitely making note of when they're looking at Marciano and Hogan and Bob Backlund, and they're looking at how many years they were the champion, how long we were the champion, how many matches these guys have. Roman Reigns doesn't even have over 100 title defenses, and he's been the champion for 3 years. Like,
which is wild as fuck when you think about it.
Like, he has the least amount of title defenses compared to those other guys. Now, again, all those other guys were pretty much the faces or the good guys, where Roman Reigns is the heel. You don't really see too many heels hold the title this long. So I can't see that working for WWE, where you got enough people to put in front of Roman Reigns and just say he's just that better than everybody.
But you know what? I think maybe that's why they've been dragged. Well, I mean, obviously outside the record thing, maybe that's why he hasn't been on TV as much, because, bruh, he's literally smashed them, stacked them, pinned them. There, and for a while, you know what? I will say this. You know what? I just answered my own question, because we said, damn, bro, like, where's Roman? Where's Roman? Do you remember maybe the first month or two when Roman stopped showing up, even when he stopped doing the backstage stuff? We said, damn, bro, SmackDown kind of feel a little light in the ass without the Tribal Chief. Because we got so used to seeing him being in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the shows, where it's like you didn't give a fuck who else was on the card because you just relied on Roman. Now that we ain't seen Roman that much within the last 6, 7, really since Mania, it's been given time for people like Dragon Lee's to show up. We getting shine from Carmelo Hayes. And so it's like, although from a championship standpoint, I miss my title being visible often, but I do appreciate the fact that now we're starting to move away from being dependent on one guy in WWE again, because now you can say you don't even need Roman Reigns. Like Roman Reigns to drop the title today, you got so many other people potentially you could lean on. You got Cody, you got Seth still, you got Solo Sikoa that you've been simmering for a while. You still got the thing with the Usos brewing, so that can carry it on that side. Like you got a lot of different people now, but I don't think they would get that shine had Roman been on every show.
No, but at the same time, it's kind of what's been missing from the show. It's because Roman's not on the show every time.
Yeah,
Again,
it's like a double-edged sword.
Right, and it really is. Like, yeah, him not being there, but him not being there shouldn't be the reason why everyone is getting more opportunity. They should be getting the opportunity if he's on there or not.
True.
So, if you're doing everything the way you're doing it, then it should work out that way with him being there. But the problem is we're tired of the part-time wrestler being gone with the main championship for so long. We watched Brock do it for enough years. Thought we were done with it. A lot of people thought they were done with it when Roman won, but then Roman showed us he's on a whole new level of how he's going to operate. And Paul Heyman, is this mouthpiece, so he got what he wanted. But honestly, I really just I have no problem with the tribal chief. I feel like it's his best character. This is his best work that he has done since he's been in the main roster. And honestly, it needs to end at WrestleMania. It needs to end at WrestleMania. You want him to break Hogan's record? Okay, cool. But the thing is, what, he's gonna sit at home for another 3 months until summer?
Let me tell you this.
Like, that's the problem. Like, he's sitting at home. He's off for 2 months and he comes back and y'all want to talk about, oh, he's been the longest reigning champion all these times. The man sat at home for like 2 months. It's like, bro, come on, man.
Here's the thing about the Hogan thing. If they do allow him to go to SummerSlam, I can say I officially do not give a fuck about Cody's story. Like, that shit to me, that is a wasted return in my eyes. I don't give a fuck how many main events you want to put Cody in. I don't give a damn if you make this man a quadruple champion. Dude, to me, the selling point when he came back at WrestleMania, who was going to dethrone the tribal chief? Cody talked all that shit about WWE, rightfully so, about the whole name thing, about trying to get his name back, because WWE won't let him get the Rose name for the longest. Triple H smashing the throne, the Fed, all this. And I get it's all part of the game. I get it. But the selling point was in LA. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes tore his pectoral muscle, had one of the most nasty looking injuries visually you've ever seen, had a fucking banger with Seth Rollins, came back, claimed the spot at the Rumble, won it like we knew he would, went on, and then lost. So you make me wait a whole nother 365 days, and then you telling me I might have to wait another 4 months on top of that? Yo, CM Punk done already came back. Don't mean to be a fair weather fan. Randy Orton came back. AJ Styles came back. Bro, I love you, Cody, but come on, man. There's some other hitters right now where it's like, if you don't get it at Mania, I don't care about the story no more. And you got people that's already checked out, and we ain't even at the Rumble yet.
Yeah, because again, man, you gotta you want to keep people interested. So it's like, yeah, Roman Reigns the tribal chief. Yeah, he's the truth, but man, Randy Orton wrestled more than this. It's like, man, Randy's been in the game. It's like, dude, if Randy's wrestling more, it's like, bro, what is your excuse? And Randy's been a hell of a heel. He's wrestled everybody. So it's not like it can't happen, but I just can't. I can't buy another year of this. I can't. You gave me 3 years. Like, it should have ended at WrestleMania, but now but he wasn't over 1,000 days at WrestleMania. So you wanted to give him. You wanted to put him up there with the top, title reigns in history, Because and when you think about it, Hogan was like Cena's like the last one, but Cena's is nowhere near where Roman Reigns is. He's got a couple of them on the top 10, but he's below the top 5. You know, he's had days where these guys, you know, he's had like hundreds of days where all these other guys in the top 3, top 4, they had 1,000 something days as champion. That's different, but their title defenses are way more than what Roman Reigns is. And it's like, and the only reason is because Roman Reigns is sitting at home. Hogan wasn't sitting at home. Even when he was getting older, he wasn't sitting at home. Rocky wasn't sitting, you know, Bruno wasn't sitting at home. You know, Bob wasn't sitting at home. And, you know, these guys had to show up and wrestle. They had to be a part of the show. They were the main attraction. Roman is the main attraction. He's not there. And because he's not there as much, when you look at guys like right now, this U.S. tournament, it's cool. I like it. But why is Bobby Lashley in it? Why is Kevin Owens in it?
Yeah.
Why are they in it? They're in it because
that should be all the up and coming stars,
and it should be. But they're in it for that reason whatsoever. So you know, you can pick and choose how you want to look at it or how you want to accept it. But at the end of the day, man, it's like this thing got to end. It got to end. Earl said, "Oh, well, I want to keep on a couple of more things." He says, "The Rock came back to this year." Oh yeah, The Rock came back, but The Rock ain't fighting Roman. I'm past that. If it was gonna happen, it would have happened. And even if he does come back, I'm gonna be honest. Roman should beat The Rock. Like The Rock should not come back and beat Roman Reigns for the championship. That would be pointless to him being the tribal chief, head of the table. People already feel Rock is the head of the table anyway. So that would be pointless. So The Rock would have to lose. But would it be a good match? Would it be interesting? Would you really like it? Storyline wise, it's there. Everything storyline wise is for it. It's there, but will the match be good? And I don't think it will be.
You tell me 50-year-old Rock coming back beating Roman Reigns, and meanwhile Roman Reigns has been losing to guys like LA Knight, Cody Rhodes,
beating guys.
Like thrashing them, if you will.
Right. Smashing them, topping them and smash, piling them, stack them and smash them, stacking them and smash them, stacking and smashing.
Hey man, look, if I was single, I wear that shirt. It says stack them, smash them, pin them.
Hey, that's how a lot of us got kids.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, all right, cool.
hey, I hop up out the bed and I do that Brock Lesnar jiggle.
All right. Oh man. Cena's class says John Cena was better champion to Roman Reigns because he was a fighter. That's another thing. Even if as much as we want to give crap for John Cena being forced down our throat, Cena was on TV daily. Now, again, outside of the health issues that Roman Reigns has, which I'm never going to argue with. I'm never going to have a problem with that because we're just happy that he's okay and he's able to do what he's doing. But any other reason why he's not doing as much is not really getting over too much more, man. We just all feel some type of way. Earl says, man, am I the only one who's keeping notice that NXT is better produced show of the 3 brands? No, it fell off when Vince took it over. Once they got rid of the bright, colorful 2.0 of it and kind of brought it back to the core of what makes NXT that show. Most definitely, but it's not where it was at with Triple H, but it's in a better place now with Shawn Michaels.
But you know what the thing is with Triple H? See, I think the advantage the Black and Gold brand had was that Triple H was going after the indie people, right? The people who were the hot, like kind of like what AEW's doing. Yeah. Now what they're doing is they're going less after trained wrestlers and they're trying to get, because they got this whole NIL deal thing going on. They're trying to get just athletes from all over the place. So now you get people who've never even touched the ring. But have you seen the recruiting class for the women? Like Shawn Michaels know what he's doing. And then I ain't gonna lie, bro. They got this one dude. I don't know if you've seen for the men's breakout tournament. This big black African Zimbabwe looking motherfucker.
I've seen him. I don't remember his name, but I did see.
Bro, hey, he gonna be a problem. I seen one of his matches. I'm like, yo, and he got the pounce. I'm like, oh man, this Monty Brown. Hey, if he can just get a solid gimmick, he actually can hone his rep, bro. That's the thing. But I would say that's the one thing I kind of I understand with WWE because they want to, hire people and bring in talent that they could mold. And they you get these independent guys that's been on the scene for 10, 15 years, whatever the case may be. You're not about to tell these people how to wrestle. I mean, they're going to try to do their best, but it's nothing like getting somebody who's green as shit and you can mold them exactly, and they know nothing but that way of WWE.
I don't think that was the problem. The problem was going to the main roster. The problem wasn't getting to NXT because Triple H was allowing them to be the best that they are, which is why we were giving NXT their flowers the way we were giving them their flowers. Yeah. That wasn't the problem. The problem was when they left that to go to the main roster and Vince didn't know shit and he didn't see them for what we saw them for. To me, that was the bigger issue. So even with the independent stars, it was like, again, you got to think about it. Well, a lot of these guys were in their 30s. Yeah. Well, you know what, Vince, you could have brought a lot of these guys in a lot earlier, man, but you felt some kind of way and you got cocky and arrogant. You had the right to be, but you got cocky and arrogant. So when we look at what Triple H had and what he produced, he brought a lot of people. He brought in people that not only did the fans know, but the fans wanted to see in WWE. And I think, to me, that's the biggest issue. Vince never could get over the fact that your development brand was putting on better matches, and putting on better quality shows than what you were doing. And the fact that it took you until you was almost lost your company to want to start now. Oh, now I want to push this younger talent, bro. You had guys when they were young. You wasted their years. You wasted these guys' years, and now it's like now that they're at that point where it's like, man, I didn't did what I had to do. I don't want to be here no more. You don't think I can, so it's like I'm gonna go somewhere and show you that you're wrong. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, a lot of other guys, and Drew McIntyre. So it's like there's been plenty of times where Vince has been proven wrong, but it didn't mean shit because he still went and did things the way he thought. So it is what it is. Clive says Paul should not be United States champion. Clive, I agree with you 100%. As Sky Blue just tap out Queen Affiette or whatever her name was.
Aminata.
I'm sorry, I was way off.
No, don't worry. I got you.
I ain't never seen her before. She don't look bad, like it's like a new young talent. I'm like, okay, she got a little something. But she's Sky Blue, and then, like I said, she finally went. She finally joined Julia Hart, which only made sense because her character was going way too dark for her to pretend like she didn't want to be with her. But it is what it is. But Clive, honestly, Logan Paul shouldn't be champion. But he's a mega. He's so popular, and because
it's all about them clicks, man.
Man, and because he's been making a name for himself, and him and his brother doing the boxing that they've been doing, the guy's a natural athlete. Now, don't get me wrong. When Logan Paul came in, I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna really expect from this dude until I saw him fight Roman Reigns, and I'm like, damn, you know what?
Yeah,
we gave Bad Bunny his flowers. I gotta give Logan Paul his. The dude is true to this business, man. He's not just a fan and just want to do some pretend shit. This dude is willing to go out there. Not only did he get himself injured, but to make moments. And it's like I can't not give him that. I gotta give him that. But do I want to see him come in and be a champion of a title that can be used for someone else for them to be that new talent coming up? No, I don't care for that. But he better lose at the Royal Rumble.
So also, okay,
one other thing. I hate the fact that he cut a tape promo on the two people.
Say that shit, dude.
I hated that.
I noticed it too. Please tell me.
I hated that. I hated the fact, dude. One, I didn't know the show was taped. So when you say the show is taped to me, bro, that made me hate that segment even more. I already didn't like it, but the fact that you're doing a tape promo where you're already talking about the two people who's in the final, bro, we just found out who the hell is in the final.
Exactly.
At least make it a live feed look like you like, oh, okay. So I see Santos won. I see KO won. So let me talk some shit about him. I didn't like the fact that you had this ready to go and he's talking about these guys, and it's like, bro, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. No.
See, that's what me and you here, because I'm glad you know, because I noticed that right away, because like the match had just ended, and the way they shot that promo, you would have thought the match happened a week ago.
Right. It's like, bro, no. So it's like, you know what? Damn it, WWE. You thought you had me. Nope. I've seen you pull this trick one too many times. Nope, you don't got me on that one. So that was some bullshit. But what I will say, I like that Herberto and Garza.
You called it, and you called it. You called it.
I'm glad that they're riding with Santos. I said he needs some new blood for his group, and those are the new blood. So I'm hyped for that. I've already liked Carrillo when he was doing his thing. Garza, when we see him coming to NXT, he was already making a name for himself. He was already doing the damn thing. So I was good with that. I didn't know them two as a tag team. I would like it, but they never gave them nothing serious. They made them playboys. They made them a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm like, man, these dudes are too talented just to be a sideshow. They need to be something more. So when they started taking things seriously, I started noticing it, but they didn't have nothing for them. But now you got them back to the main roster. This is where we love Triple H, because he's bringing back the people that you presented these guys to us. You made us like them. Vince shitted on them, and we don't think we'll ever see them again. And lo and behold, here they are, and they look jacked. They look ready to go. So I'm good with that. But I still feel where Earl is talking about the street business and the Logan Paul. That right there just really didn't sit well with me, man, at all. Earl said, go on real quick. Earl says the help Roman Reigns gets to remain the help Roman gets to remain the title is BS. I can't stand. That's heel work. We're not supposed to like it. It's supposed to be those type of things where it's like, man, this dude can't win without nobody else, but he's had matches where he's won on his own. So
what did Cody say? Because Cody said something a long time ago. He says eventually, and I'm trying to recite this as best I can. I'm gonna be a little off, but he said something to the effect of, eventually you're gonna be a tribal chief without a tribe or something like that. And this is all this that's going on right now, because you said something earlier in the night, and I want to double back on it. You said that Roman Reigns has cost Solo Sikoa yet another match, which you think would eventually lead to Solo versus Roman. If you notice, everybody in the bloodline has gone out of their way to make sure that Roman has won. Roman, regardless if it's on purpose or not, has gone out of his way to cost his team members, his family, the matches. Anytime anybody looks like they're going to get close to Roman or get the shine that Roman has, he finds a way to make it all about Roman. His mental manipulation. Every time somebody or enemy gets too close to Roman, what'd he do? What's that word we used earlier, King? Delegate. Okay, oh, you want me? Hey, Solo, handle this. Oh, hey, you want me? Wise Man, go handle that. Oh, you want me? Hey, Jimmy J, go take care of that. Hey, yo, you want me? Hey, Sammy, you want to prove yourself? Hey, man, honorary oops, for sure. You got that. Now go fight for me.
He was pimping them ass. He was pimping their asses out. Roman the pimp was doing the damn thing, man, for real.
Hey, my boy, he like, get my money.
He like, get me. He was smacking the shit. He was smacking his bitches, and they were doing to get his money. And the wise man was on his knees constantly. But
did you see that comment Clive said?
Huh?
Did you see that comment Clive said with the Triple H thing?
I'm about to get to that in a second.
I got you.
But that's the thing about Roman Reigns. But that's what you want from your heel. Here's the thing: and Clive says, Triple H had to fight everyone in Evolution. He did. Triple H did it before in Evolution. Had Randy and Batista, and that's the thing. It's like we've seen that story play out before, where Triple H was that guy. but he wasn't as disrespectful as Roman is.
Yeah.
That's the difference, because Randy was champion. Solo and not Solo. Batista and Flair were tag team gold. So it's like there was they had all the gold, just like the Bloodline. Well, not all the Bloodline, because the Bloodline didn't have all the gold. They only had 2/3 of all the gold. Yeah. But Evolution had all the gold. Like they were the world heavyweight champion. They were the intercontinental champion. They were the tag team champions. That was different, but they were also. They weren't a built-in tag team. The Usos is a built-in tag team. Orton and Batista was just a part of the group as the new guys coming in. Orton is the third generation of Bob Orton, and Batista was a guy that just, a bouncer that decided to become a wrestler and went through training and came up, and he had the physique and he had everything else. And Triple H, they needed what he looked like, but he was hungry for that. He was hungry for the evolution of it. Point intended. But when we saw what that became, so there's different aspects of it, but some of the main story is the same. With Roman Reigns, man, it's like it hasn't gotten to that point where he's on his own yet.
Yeah,
like they're still dragging that out. So we'll see where that comes with that. Earl says, does Endeavor have the power to swap Shawn and Hunter shows? No. Because they love what Triple H is doing and they love what Shawn Michaels doing. And I think Shawn Michaels is happy at NXT because it's not as much responsibility, where Hunter has the responsibility of creative control for Raw and SmackDown. And there's a lot more going on with it, where NXT is kind of always in one place until they go to the pay-per-view. But again, Endeavor loves what Triple H is doing. So that's why Triple H is in charge of the Hall of Fame. Triple H gets to pick who's in charge, who's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. They're putting a lot of faith in him right now.
I'm curious.
He's done nothing to not deserve it. He's done nothing to where they should do anything to allow this man to continue to run his company, because obviously he has the wrestling mind. Not to say that I didn't have it, but again, ego got in Vince's way. Triple H has shown he's been in charge long enough. It's not about ego. It's a business. The man knows the business. He knows everything that you gotta be, that you're like. He knows it. So it only makes sense. Clive says, Paul full of himself on SmackDown and talking trash. Also, he only had a few matches. But because he's so polarizing outside of WWE, again, clickbait. The fans that aren't watching wrestling, but they want to watch Logan Paul. Yeah, that's an additional 4 to 5 to 10, 20 million people that actually follow Logan Paul, however many fans he's got. I don't know. Yeah. I know he's got millions of them. I can't deny that, but that definitely that definitely helps.
But you know what? Some people say like that's and I'm gonna sound hypocritical, but I'm just bringing this up as an analogy. That's what a lot of people say is the problem with AEW, because they don't expand and outside of their hardcore demographic. Now, to be fair, we've already known that was the mission statement when AEW first came up. It started for the hardcore wrestling fan. But this is the one thing that WWE does as a hardcore fan you hate, but from a business standpoint, it makes sense, because as a hardcore fan, it's like, bro, there's so many people on the roster I'd rather see with the title more than Logan Paul. But like you said, it's shit like that, man. Social media, when he making the rounds, he's gonna some girl or teenage girl or boy or whoever that don't watch WWE, they're gonna watch it simply because of him. Do you know how many shows and movies I've watched that aren't necessarily my taste, but because I like a certain actor or actress, I'm like, yo, I gotta watch it. You know how many movies I watched with The Rock that suck, but because it's Dwayne Johnson, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try this out. Why not? And it is what it is. They got my money. That's all that matters.
And that's how it works. That's how it works. Clive says WWE wants people who pull in ratings as a champion. They do, but when you have a celebrity like Logan Paul, who's not just a celebrity, like the dude can, not saying he can hang, but for a non-traditional wrestler, he does pretty damn well. Bad Bunny the same way. That's the only reason why I'm giving Logan Paul any type of love, because Bad Bunny has set a new standard. He has set a new standard for non-traditional wrestlers coming in and wrestling for a moment or whatever. This man has had Bad Bunny's had 3 or 4 matches. I would be more okay if Bad Bunny was the damn United States champion.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If he was a US, hey, bro, hey, look, hey, that shit. You talking about historical? That shit. Imagine this motherfucker on world tour with the US Championship. You know the clicks that's gonna get. What the fuck,
dude? Amazing clicks, but and the people gave him his flowers. They're like, bro, you're a damn singer. We didn't know you were willing to do all this, bro. Damn, dude, you taking this spot. You're doing this move. Like when
Street fight with Damian Priest.
When Damian Priest whooped his ass, bro, what did I say? Damn, Damian Priest broke him. Oh shit, he broke Bad Bunny.
That table spot that went wrong?
I thought he broke Bad Bunny. He was fine. He came back. He had a great match. The WrestleMania match that he had with Priest, it was great. It was a good match. You loved every aspect about it. When Logan Paul came in and he fought Roman Reigns. Now the Royal Rumble, I didn't care about the Royal Rumble. I didn't care about the body collide with him and Ricochet. I didn't care about the match he had with Ricochet, but that's because of Ricochet. It is what it is. It's just like Ricochet just wasn't somebody I felt like, dude, you're not beating Logan Paul. And that's sad. That's the thing that makes people hate it, that Logan Paul is there, because you're watching a guy like Ricochet who's constantly there, who's a fan favorite, but he's losing to a guy that honestly he should technically beat, but he doesn't. So it's fickle. With my boy, it's very fickle when you think about this business, man, and there's certain things that you do, but it is what it is, man. Certain people bring in ratings, and WWE, with it being, and it's not just WWE, it's the world. When we think about the way that we are now, the internet, look at what we're doing here, the Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all this stuff, man. There's so many ways to connect to so many people outside of the United States and everything else that man, you want to take advantage of it, which helps them getting these international shows off and all this other stuff. So, it's a give and take. It's a give and take. And you just got to kind of take it with that. Feel the way you feel, but it's a give and take.
Man, bro, I know we talked a lot about wrestling in WWE. I know AEW is about to go off, man. What are your thoughts on Rampage so far?
Honestly, Rampage. I mean, right now, man, Vikino is going. He's putting on a nice little match. Surprised he's still the AAA champion. Thought he would have lost it by now, but the man's still riding high. AEW Rampage is Rampage. It is what it is. Like I said, Orange Cassidy and Rocco was pretty cool. And it was an okay show. It's Rampage. It's not. Rampage has kind of always been that. It's kind of fallen off. But if I thought there was,
we need to start a petition and get ROH on this time slot, on this TV shot.
Man, I think he would, but you got to talk to Warner Discovery. But the way things looking, Warner Discovery might be getting rid of AEW. Damn, that was a nice move. So we will know. We're gonna see what happens when the TV contracts come up and it's time to go somewhere else. But right now, El Vacchino, man, he's putting on a nice little match. This is a nice little match. The fans are behind it. So but these are the hardcore fans. These are the fans that like the luchador wrestling and all this other stuff. But that's another thing. That's what makes AEW different from WWE. Yeah, they do cater to the hardcore fans, because the hardcore fans have been missing wrestling.
Yeah.
What is the demographic that Vince has been trying to get back? It's that demographic that stopped watching WWE because, man, they got tired of the bullshit. And this is why they watch AEW. They want to just watch people wrestle. They don't want to watch people come out and do 20-minute promos and have 3-minute matches. They want to watch guys.
What's the main thing that people? What's the main thing that lapsed fans talk about? I ain't watching that fake ass hokey bullshit. Oh, you watch that shit, man? That shit for kids, man. All that cartoon ass shit. All them little characters and shit. Hey, shut
Look
up.
here, man.
Shut up.
Look here, man. I want you to lay on the mat. Oh my God, he just threw that dude from the top rope. Shit. Damn. I'm sorry, I ain't never seen somebody just get body pressed up and just tossed off the top rope like that. Damn, Viking, and he took that. My man picked him up and just launched him. Yeah, goddamn. But no, but you're absolutely right, man. You know, people did feel that way. And why do a lot of people who come on our show and they talk about, man, I like wrestling, but I don't like a lot of this stuff or certain things. It's just because once it became stale, they fell out of love with it. Like again, for 10 to 15 years, WWE got stale. And people stopped watching it. But also at the same time, a lot of the fans that were watching wrestling for the entertainment of the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars. What was going on between that time is what made a lot of people watch wrestling. Once wrestling got away from that, a lot of those fans went away. So a lot of those fans that went away weren't true wrestling fans. They were just a casual fan that liked the crazy shit that they were seeing. And once that went away, they went away.
And you know what? I think that's what it was.
And they come back.
Oh shit! You hit that right on the head. I think because the Attitude Era, speaking of hokey, the Attitude Era got away from the hokey shit of the 80s and the 90s, right? So you know that because remember we had a whole episode about that where in the 80s and the 90s everybody's like talking like, what you gonna do, brother? Everybody's all over dramatic, like nobody talk like that in real life. So when you got the Shawn Michaels, when you got the Stone Cold Steve Austin's up there stunning this boss like real life, everyday blue collar shit. They're like, oh, I can get behind this. Oh, DX got women showing titties in the crowd. I like titties. Hell yeah. Kurt Angle drinking milk out of a milk truck. Fuck it.
You Rudy Poo candy ass.
You got the APA clothesline of people left and right. Like, this shit is great. And then
you got the APA in the back playing cards and whooping people's ass. That's what you got the APA doing.
Smoking cigarettes and shit.
Hell yeah, man. They're like, damn, y'all just doing this in the back. Y'all doing this y'all supposed to be out here wrestling. Y'all back here drinking beer and playing cards and whooping. Damn, okay. But it was the chaos of it. We liked it.
I'll tell you what, Stone Cold had a hell of a gimmick. You mean to tell me after a match I can sit up here and just get drunk off of 25 cans of half drunk at Steve Weiser's? Yeah. Like I'm getting paid for this shit. Hey, I'm telling WWE, man. Hey, y'all better give me a bus because I ain't driving to the next town doing this gimmick.
Man, look, I'm pretty sure he drove with somebody. Damn, Viking, that was a hell of a 680, 930, 1040. I don't even know what the hell type of. You just hit like 5 spins in one row before you hit the mat. Damn, dude.
I want to see him versus Darby Allin. Like that match would be stupid.
Clive says, man, WWE has officially signed 21-year-old Brogan Finley. Brogan, of course, veteran of David Finley. Is a fourth generation wrestler. Hey, if he's anything like his daddy, hey, he can come in and be a beast, man. We appreciate when they actually give it. Yeah, he could, he could play on that Irish aspect of it. He could.
I like to fight. Just start cracking up.
I think that would work in his favor. I think that would be something like that. As Viking picked up the victory. But I Rampage right now, really for AEW, it's more about what's going to happen tomorrow night on Collision. Every match looks like it's going to be a Continental Classic, to finish off the Blue League and everything else. So we got that. But overall, man, and I know we kind of went on WWE for a long time, but right now with AEW, we're getting ready for a pay-per-view. Rampage is Rampage. We all kind of understand what it is, but it wasn't bad. I give it a 1.8, overall show. It was a 1.8. It's Rampage, 1 hour. I can't give it a full 5 or anything like that. I give it a 2 because there was 2 matches that were really good. The start of the show and the main event. All right, so that was probably it. But no, just overall, man. We love what we're seeing. The wrestling, everything about WWE and what they're doing now feels different than what they did prior to COVID. because prior to COVID is when, Vince was in charge and we were getting what he wanted us to watch. We were getting what he felt we needed to put out. He was catering to the soccer moms and everyone else kind of made it. Earl even gave it a 2 for me. I that's how I feel. Earl, it was a 2. But that's what we got. And once AEW came along and you saw another company not being so PG, not being so catered to the casual fan, it catered to the hardcore fan. That's their base, but that's where AEW needs to stay at.
Right,
Will they ever catch WWE? No, they won't. They won't never catch WWE. Nobody will catch WWE. Because first of all, you're gonna have to come in and put in the years that they put in, and then you got to stay on top for as long as they did. Even when WCW was doing a damn thing, WWE was still on top. WCW was just giving them a run for their money.
Hey, look,
No
WCW
other
had
company is
83
doing
weeks,
right
and
now.
then that was it.
Yeah, that was it. That was pretty much. They had a nice little run, but again, I will always say this: when they decided to take TNA and put it on Monday nights against Monday Night Raw, that was the end. That was it. That's what killed Impact. If they'd have stayed on another night that had nothing to do with WWE, they would have been fine. They could have came on Tuesdays. That would have been fine because you're not going up against WWE. But yeah, man, it was what it was, man.
Well, look, man, dude, we got the end of the year. We got World's End coming up. I'm excited. We got, let's see, we got a lot actually. First week of January, you got New Year's SmackDown, New Year's Revolution.
New Year, so it's New Year's is day one on Raw.
Yes,
because New Year's Day is January 1st is on Monday. So you got you got day one, and then you got New Year's Evil with NXT. You got the best of 2023 and the preview of 2024, which that's nothing. And then you got New Year's SmackDown. They took a pay-per-view and put it on a TV show. You got New Year's Revolution SmackDown wise. So they put together a nice little week. I'm pretty sure TK is going to put together a nice little week. But then again, he's coming off a pay-per-view. That's going to be the thing. Like, we're going to get the pay-per-view from AEW on December 30th. And then that Monday is all WWE. Now, we're going to get Dynamite on Wednesday, but what's Dynamite going to look like? I don't expect much from it because you just put on the pay-per-view. I'd rather you put all your effort into the pay-per-view. Don't worry about the TV for that week. Let WWE have that week. It is what it is. Your talent is finna put on a pay-per-view literally 2 days before day one. So it's all good. Don't stress it like that. They're about to have the Royal Rumble. It's about to be their time. You'll get your time back. You got Revolution coming up. You got Sting retirement. You got all this stuff. You got enough stuff to lead up to what you got to do. So I just want them to I just want AEW to stay their course. I want WWE to continue to stay their course in what they're doing. We're going to constantly see people flip-flop from company to company to company to company. It is what it is. There's nothing else you can do about it. Either you're going to watch it or you're not. But overall, man, tonight, SmackDown, I'll give it a 2 point. What was it? What I say? Did I say it rating? Probably about 2 points. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but Rampage gets a 2. Earl said 2. I'm gonna go with 2 with Earl. But yeah, man, this is Clive gave it a 4. Ooh, would you give it a 4 to Clive for the whole night or just for one show? I need you to clarify that, my man. But yeah, man, it is what it is. But I will say this though, man. We were talking about something, and I think we need to put a show directly. We need to do something directly to it. We need to talk about the evolution of wrestling from the best of times through the worst to now. And what I mean by that is we can give some analytics for me, from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s to now. I think we need to have that conversation. We need to have that conversation, man, because we had that conversation a lot. I feel like we need to give that to a whole entire show. Me and franchise, we're gonna work that out. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna do what we do. But
go get that iron out the kinks.
Right. But as far as next week, gonna be honest with y'all, not sure about Christmas. That's up in the air. We'll talk about that later. New Year's, no, not it's not this week, it's next week. But next week, man, we got Dynamite, we got our season finale of the Over Under, we got our predictions for World's End. That's next Saturday. Of course, we got the Friday night block party, regardless of what actually comes on or not. And then, of course, man, we are live from the West Side compound for AEW's World's End next Saturday. The Continental Classic has been awesome. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. I loved it. So we're waiting to see what's going to come from that. But yeah, man. Man, tonight was a pretty cool night, man. Just to sit here and talk with the people, man. Talk with the bro and talk to the people.
Absolutely. Well, listen here, all you cool cats and kittens. With that being said, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the GOW.
Woo, man, I forget which one of us is the older one, man. God damn. Shit, do I forget which one, man? When you say shit like that, I'm like, damn, wait a minute, is he older than me or what?
Hey man, look, man, I'm an old soul and a somewhat young body.
That is for damn sure. That is
man,
damn sure.
my knees tell me every morning, man, that arthritis ain't no bitch.
Yeah, I ain't got that problem yet, so yeah.
Hey, it could be genetics. I told my dad to stop eating all that goddamn open pit, but he ain't listening to me.
They with the B&Ms.
hey, shit. Hey, B&Ms, Rascal House, all that, man, all that sauce and sugar clogging up the arteries.
Clive said it was a 4 for the whole night. He enjoyed the block party, man. We appreciate you, Clive, man.
Hey,
went back to the 70s. Earl says franchise went back to the 70s. Right, man. I had to think about like, damn, wait a minute, man. I could have sworn I was the older one. I don't even say that shit.
Hey, let me tell y'all, man, I ain't even emptied out the whole kit and caboodle yet. You feel me?
Ah, goddamn you. The kit and caboodle. Hey, man. Hey, I don't know what to say no more, man.
Hey. What's my girl from Good Times, Velma? Hey, Velma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, what's the neighbor? You got Bookman, but what's the neighbor?
Oh, that was Good Times. He was the landlord.
No. I know, but who's the neighbor though? The lady.
I forgot her name, but she was Penny's mama. She was Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Hey, Penny. Yeah. Janet Jackson, if you ask them, yeah. I didn't eat off.
Okay, that's the wine talking, ladies and gentlemen. That is the wine talking. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing because look here. We're gonna see y'all next week, man. We got a lot of shows, but most importantly, man, it's about to be the end of 2023. We're gonna say it. We say it every show. We appreciate y'all, man. No matter what, we appreciate y'all. We want everybody to have a safe and happy holiday weekend.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, man, and it is what it is. Bell bottom night on GOW. Get the disco ball, Earl. Get the disco ball, man. We about to John Travolta this bitch.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But no, man. But we appreciate y'all, man. We thank y'all, man, and we want everybody to have a great holiday weekend, man. And yeah, man, we gonna make it do what it do.
And with that being said, man, we're gonna end it on this note with a friend of the GOW.
You are listening to the GOW podcast because we always like to do it with a little hardcore country.
Bye-bye, bitch.